Prayer for awakening. Sure how to move this around. Okay. Yeah, how about that? Okay, there we go. This is a prayer for the awakened. Take a deep breath for me, will you? Yes, and welcome to the Namaste experience. My soul has but one goal, to awaken to the truth that is forever true. My heart has but one desire, to remember the passion of infinite bliss. My mind has but one focus, to embrace the reality that is forever real. I choose to awaken now to the infinite love that is my source. I give everything to this love, just as it has given everything to me. I am awake now. Thank you, my friends. All right. It's good to be with you again. Welcome to the Namaste experience. I hear it's New Year's Eve. Is that right? Yeah? Yeah. Pardon me? I thought we'd already done that. Oh, I'm sorry, because it's asking me to pause it. Yeah. Would you like to look? Okay. All right. So welcome again. Yeah, New Year's Eve. So I don't know about you all, but I have different experiences around different New Year's. Is that a word in my life? And today is another one, right? In a new place, in a new home. Here we are. And I just want to welcome us into this idea of launching forward. We have a lot of life behind us, some of us more than others, right? A lot of wisdom within us, equal to the expression of spirit in each of us. We stand on the threshold of a new cycle, not because the calendar says so, but because consciousness is always offering us a fresh beginning. Only every moment, only every now moment, consciousness is offering us a fresh beginning. So I want to share from one of my favorite books. I thought it would be appropriate since I've been sharing with this, from this all year since July. Well, actually, I was in on our little Namaste experience before July, and I am grateful for every day of it. This is a reading by Paul Brunet, and it is Launch Forth. I've shared parts of this with you throughout the year. I want you to breathe this in with me. This is from his book, Master Meditations. Launch forth from the center of the blazing white Christ light within you. Send forth heaven-inspired energies into all the work that you are fitted to do. Impossible is not to be found in the Truth Master's vocabulary. The world around you is filled with unfinished business, which but needs your timing and your touch. Your timing and your touch to bring it to complete fulfillment. Opportunities are endless, boundless, and ever at hand. And it is in the here and the now that your constant invitation to do, to be, and to express your soul's dominion and strength. Expression is always expansion. Expression is always expansion of your soul's inmost desire to send forth light. I still have the best seat in the house. He didn't say that, I did. To send forth light. Launch out of the boundless, tideless depth of love's ceaseable, unquenchable demand for our fullest expression. The blazing white light that resides within. I just had a troubling call, just like minutes, because I was almost late. Did you notice that? Just minutes before I came down here, and I could truly say, I know that the light of those that surround me will carry me, will give me peace. That's a good place to be, don't you think? So I thank you for that. And the days that James and Vicki and I get to come here and be with you in your mastery, learning from you, from the light that you bring, I want to thank you for that too. Brene points out in that reading that it is our radiant core. It is our center. In New Thought, we call that Christ within, the Christ within. As we so often and kind of irreverently say, Christ was not Jesus's last name. The Course in Miracles reminds us that the light in you that the world cannot perceive. It is the light in you that the world can't even see through their illusion to appreciate and know. It's just pure awareness, isn't it? It's pure awareness when I know that I will be supported by the light within those around me. It's comfort, it's peace, it's calming, it's knowing. And I can feel that right now. Launch that into the world, my friends. Yeah, let's do that. This center is not a place that we're traveling to. We say this all the time, right? It's a place that we are. We just need to remember maybe a little more often in 2026 than we did in 2025. Maybe. It is the truth of what you have always been. Launch that into the world. It needs it. It requires it. When Socrates said, know thyself, what I noticed he didn't say was improve thyself, fix thyself, see thyself as unworthy, and all those around you. He just didn't say that. And we thought he was a pretty smart fellow. We did. Know thyself. Probably one of the simplest tasks that you will be given, yet so difficult. And boy, we can complicate it, can't we? Ever complicate knowing yourself in your life? I am not the only one now. You don't have to raise your hands, but I am not the only one that does that. We forget the light within us, and then we fail to see it in each other. See, so you get a little ping to your heart. You get the news of a dear friend who finally said, I'm done with this physical body. And I said, but I wasn't done with your physical body. And we remember that it is the light that is eternal. A prayer or a thought away is as far as anyone can get from us, because the light is the essence of our true nature. It doesn't matter what form we're expressing in, but I am going to choose a taller one next time. Just cause. Know thyself. Don't fix thyself. Don't see thyself as needing to be more. The Course in Miracles says this: the light you see in your brother is the light you see in yourself. I really like that when I like what I see. And when I'm being a little cranky, or I'm badgering myself down those 17 steps that I walked to get here, big commute. When I'm badgering myself with, why are you so late? You shouldn't have gotten so far behind. You. If anybody needs an extra committee member in their head, I've got them. Know thyself. Remember your light and launch it into the world, Penny. Blazing white Christ light is not a theological figure, as Brunet refers to it in this reading. It's the radiant field of awareness of your true nature. See? Brunet doesn't say admire the light. He says launch. Launch it into the world. The light within you isn't an ornament for the holidays. It's not something you can turn on and off. It's just something you remember because it is ever present in you. It wants to move and it wants to express. It wants to be in the world. It wants to hold those that hurt and those that lack. It wants to love and launch forward the light that is the expression of the Christ consciousness. It wants to feed the hungry. It wants to calm the confused. It wants to express through you. And like I say, no pressure. Because it's easy. No, that's not true. It's simple. We make it not so easy with our little complications and our little ways of being in the world and our expectations and our limitations. And we're reminded that it's not what we can't be in the world that we fear the most. It's what we might be in the world. It's what we can be in the world. It's what we can express into that we fear, because that's going to require us to be present, to be now, to be love. You are the center of divine operation, is what Charles Fillmore said. You are the center of divine operation, meaning that your consciousness, your touch, your knowing balances the synchronicity of the universe, and it is required. Expression is the soul stretching its arms into form. We live in these bodies and we are not these bodies. We live in a physical world and it is the dream or the illusion that we have created. And expression is the soul stretching into that form. I like the thought of my soul stretching into form. Walt Whitman said this. We watched that movie and I wasn't remembering the guy's name, but it was based on, it had the Walt Whitman poem in it. And he said this: I celebrate myself and I sing myself. I celebrate myself and I sing myself, not out of arrogance, but out of recognition. It's not about bragging about it. It's about letting people know that they too are one with this. Now, some days that might be scary. Some days that might be scary when we look around to think that we're one with that and we're one with that Really? And now is when we truly step into remembering our divine nature and our oneness, because we see the divine even in that, and even in that, and that guy, and that person, and this thing, and that situation. And we expand into that Christ consciousness that resides within us. And if Christ consciousness is a tough term, pick one. You decide what you want to call it. I forget what Vicky said yesterday, but I say call it Ethel. I don't care what you call it. Let, as Vicky reminds us every day, let that express through you. Call it what you want to. Love everything today is let. L-E-T. Love everything today. Oh, are you sure about that? Are you sure about everything? This is where we start to realize there's so much more to launch into the world, isn't there? There's so much more to us than what we even see typically when we look in the mirror. There's so much more. Sometimes I wish I would see a little less. And then love me right there. When you express from your center, it's not about doing it better. It's not about doing your best. It's not about getting it right. It's not about trying to make someone happy. It is you allowing the infinite to do its work through you. Through you. So we get a little piece of bad news, or we call it bad news. And we feel that, don't we? It's not fair. It's not just. It's not right. And it's divine. Because the not fair and the not just and the not right are part of the illusion. And I do believe that it is there to bless me and to launch me forward in a greater expression. I do. Now, I didn't say I like it all the time, because I don't. But it's not about doing our best. It's about remembering that we are the light. See? It's not about thinking that something is impossible, because we only say that because nobody's ever done it. We only say that something is impossible because we've never done it. We only say that something is unreachable because we haven't got there yet. Why, E.T.? Yes, everything transforms. Yet. I'm not there yet. Because everything is transforming and the universe is working and conspiring to bring us to that greatest expression, but only all the time. But only all the time. I'm not there yet, but 2026 is right around the corner. 2026 is standing right there looking at us saying, come on, baby. And we're saying, what you got? Who am I going to be now? Who am I going to launch? What am I going to launch into the world? And what will that look like? What will that look like? If anybody has a clue, let me know. Because sometimes the not knowing, most of the time, the not knowing is what trips us up a little, doesn't it? Can't reach for that because I don't know what it'll look like if I get it. Can't think that big of a thought because I've never done that. I've never thought that big. Can't do that. I know this guy, James Twyman, and he wrote a book called The Master Teacher Within. And this is what it said. He said, the master teacher is the inner voice that sees as God sees. Every one of you are master teachers. Everyone. Each and every one of you are master teachers. If you stop today and you look at a little flower or you shovel snow, because some of you out there might be doing that, can you see it as God saw it when it was created? Can you remember the love and the energy that it took to bring that present moment to you right now? Can you do that? I think that's the way to launch into 2026. I think that inner voice that can get lost in the little irritations of daily life, that can get lost when I feel like nobody knows, nobody understands. This is bigger than God, this thing that I'm holding. That's when it gets complicated, and we have failed to see it as God sees it. We fail to look at it through the real eyes that we've been blessed with. And we go back into our illusion and we kind of curl up in a little ball. Vicky would say she takes to her bed. And I say Spirit is guiding all of it. Because sometimes I have to slow down so the universe can catch up with me. I'm letting my soul catch up in those moments. This is not the time to have a judgment that I should be doing this better or I should know how to do this with more grace. This is the time to say, here I am. All right, I'm going to get out of the way now. No, really, I mean it this time. I'm going to get out of the way now. No, really, I mean it this time. And we allow that Christ light, that consciousness within us, not coming from outside of us, within us, to launch, to move us forward. And the Course in Miracles reminds us of this. There is nothing that my holiness cannot do. There is nothing that my holiness cannot do. And the first thing I invite us into is to see it in ourselves and then see it in everyone else. Let's do 2026 like that. The infinite doesn't measure by appearance. Maybe I'll stop doing that. The moment you align with that blazing white Christ light of consciousness is the moment that you will remember. Things will become easier. Intuition will just come in. Solutions will drop in. The right people appear. The right events occur. The next step reveals itself. Therein lies the peace of God. Therein lies your timing and your touch. Bring your light. Not someone else's job. It's yours. So get lots of rest on this New Year's Eve. Prepare yourself to launch into 2026. And when I say rest, I don't mean you don't have to go dancing. I don't mean you don't get to have fun. I mean rest. Right here, rest. And know that you are one with the infinite. You are the light of the world. The Course in Miracles tells us. This is your only function. I say, let's launch. And Miss Vicky, with that, I'll give it to you, dear.
Good morning, Penny. Reverend Penny, I just want to say for all of us, thank you. Thank you. Can you hear me? Am my sound okay? Can you hear me now? Are we good? On Zoom, you can hear me. Anyway, Reverend Penny, honey, I just want to say for all of us that we recognize your soul, your light, and we thank you for your vulnerability. And we thank you for giving us example this morning. You know, yesterday we talked about cleaning up and letting our slate be clean. Can you hear me now, Penny? Are we good? All right. I just want to tell you how much we love you and thank you for your example. Your example of being yourself, Penny. Reverend Penny, your grandma would be very proud of you. Just being yourself, resting that head and resting into what's happening and not hiding it nor running away from it. That's really, if we're going to get launched, we can't get launched if we're not there. And if we're over there and the launch pad is here, we got to get to where the launch pad is, and it's right here. And if we're miserable, then some of you know that prayer, and you might know it, Penny. Father Keating, welcome, welcome, welcome. I welcome everything that comes to me, everything, the good news, the bad news, the kick in the butt, the drop in your gut, all of it, because I know it's for my healing, the healing of that misbelief that appearances are real and not the light of my soul and everyone else's soul that's real. That's what the correction is. That's what the launch pad is. The launch pad is accepting all of it. Okay, this is the setup. I'm getting set up to believe only the truth. I'm getting set up. All these little scraps of meanness and these punches in my gut, they're setting me up so that I'm not fooled anymore. So I don't bite the bait of appearance. So I don't think that's where my safety is or anybody else's. But before I can get on the launching pad, I have to let myself be what I am, scared, frightened, miserable, crying, mad. I've got to let ourselves be by not resisting it, welcoming it. For me, all you guys know, I take to my bed. I'm like, damn, that's it. I'm a mess. Here I am, but I'm your mess, God. Spirit, Jesus, Ethel, I'm all yours. Doesn't matter the name. I'm all yours, Ethel. There's the launching pad right there. It's not that I deny that I'm miserable, I'm scared, I lost something that I valued. It's okay, it all happened, but I am here willing. I'm on the launch pad and I'm going to trust Ethel. I'm going to trust Ethel instead of my understanding, my perceptions, my figurings, my problem solving, my plans, my solutions, my whatever it is. That's, Karen in our family here, she had a great, you'll like this, Penny. Stop. Spirit, take over, please. That's what she has for stop. That's what happens when we take to our bed. Spirit, take over, please. And you know what launches us? That moment of I give up. I surrender. I trust. No, what's the solution? No solution of mine. No solution of mine is the solution. I let it be and I trust. Trust turns into knowing. When we let ourselves be miserable, sad, scared, whatever we are, and we allow it free entry, let it come, let it pass, let it be. And trust turns into knowing when we get to that spot where we're lifted, not by our own means, but by grace, the grace of the light that is in us, the grace of Ethel light, that one master soul light that we all share. How that lifts us is a miracle, no question about it. How we go from miserable to, oh my gosh, thank you, I don't know. That's a miracle. But we are not ready for the miracle unless we clean up the loose end of resisting our own feelings. We can't resist anything. It's about welcoming everything. So if today is New Year's Eve, let's welcome the bumps in the road. Let's not pretend we're above them, better than them, know anything. Let's remember we don't know anything and let them pass through us and let grace lift us. And we are launched by that light that we let come in and be and as us, not by us. So I love you all. Penny, we really love you. Dear sister, you are a wondrous, beautiful sister of light and love, and giving yourself to us this year has been a grace for all of us. Your honesty, your grandma, your Ethel, your everything. We love you, Penny, and we love each of ourselves and each other. And we join you in this cleanup operation. We'll look for any bumps in our own road today and let it pass through us and let the light through us, in us, as us, speak and launch us into 26. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Penny.
Vicki, thank you. Thank you. You know, I have a friend. We say to each other when we're having little moments, we say, now don't be nice to me. Because sometimes that love, and Vicki, I feel that love from you can overwhelm us. So launch into that, open to that, right? Don't be afraid. God is still greater. Launch forth from the center of that blazing white Christ consciousness. With inspired energies, we send these forth and we create heaven right where we stand. Happy New Year, my friends. And now we're going to hear from Scott.
So much heart. I don't know where to start. How about somebody tell me what was the most touching for you?
Launching.
What's that?
Launching in.
Launching in. Anyone else want to share something about today's talk that moved them? Just a couple of words.
Yet.
Yet?
Yes, everything transforms.
Love everything today.
Love everything today.
Stop. Spirit take over, please.
Yes.
When I think I have to tune in and attend to every bump in the road as if they're not my friends. Help me, God, to see it differently, so I'm in pain. Don't want any Novocaine. Want to learn to take my hand away from the fire. That's my only true desire. If I have to go through tears and pain, bring it on and let me change through the fire of transformation. May I never take a vacation from serving you, dear Ethel. We're launching ourselves 2026, a brand new start. And we're starting a new year with an open heart. Amen, 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 y punto.